Archangel Michael says, the clock is ticking louder than ever before. Midnight is not just a moment, it's the last chance heaven is offering you to witness the truth that has been hidden from your eyes. The message is sacred, sealed in divine urgency, and if you miss this window, you may never hear from him again. You were warned once before. A gentle nudge, a whisper in the wind, a sign that flickered but you dismissed it. You called it coincidence, brushed it aside as a dream, but God was calling. This is not a video. This is a divine revelation that will shake your spirit, unveil the masked faces, and break chains you never knew were wrapped around you. Tonight before midnight, something will shift, but only for those who listen. You are not here by accident. You didn't stumble across this, you were guided. Chosen. Prepared for this message since the moment you were born. Type Amen to get blessing 333. He tried once, and you didn't listen. You went back to the same people, the same routines, the same illusions that slowly pulled you further from your purpose. But tonight, the curtain is being pulled back. A man who appears to be your friend has been walking through your home with eyes that don't match his smile. He was not sent by love, but by envy. And you felt it, didn't you? That cold sensation when he entered the room. There's a woman who has been speaking your name into a mirror, not to admire you, but to twist your blessings. She laughs with you during the day but chants against you at night. Her jealousy has turned her heart to poison. God knows. And God waited. But waiting time is over now. His protection is circling you, but you must take the step to claim it. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Someone very close to you was shown a dream last night. That dream had your name in it. They saw you on a bridge, about to cross, but a shadowy figure tried to stop you. They haven't told you this dream yet. They're afraid. Afraid you won't believe, or that it might reveal the truth they've kept from you. Because that dream wasn't just a warning. It was a message from the heavens. If you cross that bridge without awareness, you'll lose more than time, you'll lose your destiny. But the good news is, someone else is praying for you. A soul you forgot about. A person who once cried for you in silence now stands as your spiritual shield. Type Amen to get blessing 555. God's message was delayed, not denied. But this is his final attempt. If you ignore it again, the door will shut. You will still walk, still smile, still survive, but you won't thrive. Your name was written in golden light 3 times. The first time was on the day you were born. The second was the day you forgave someone who didn't deserve it. The third is today, if you choose to open your heart. There's a blessing trapped in a document, hidden in a drawer, inside a room you haven't stepped in for years. It carries a truth about your inheritance. But someone else knows about it too, and they plan to get there before you. This message is more than words. It's a divine timestamp, alerting you that tonight, yes, tonight, will echo into your future. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Archangel Michael says, do not be distracted by the noise. The enemy will try everything to pull you away from this message. You'll suddenly feel tired, distracted, or tempted to scroll away. That's not normal, it's spiritual interference. Someone has already seen this message and is pretending they didn't. They're watching you, waiting to see if you open your eyes before midnight. Because if you do, their power over you ends. There is a man with gray in his hair and secrets in his pocket. He made a promise to someone that he would never let you find out what he knows. But God is about to break his silence. You've been lied to. About your money. About your past. About someone who was supposed to love you. The truth is burning its way to the surface. Type Amen to get blessing 888. There's a phone call that will come through in the next 72 hours. But the person calling will act like nothing is wrong. They'll smile, say they're just checking in, but in their heart, they know they're calling out of guilt. Because they were part of a deal. A deal that mentioned your name. A deal that could have taken everything from you, but failed, because God blocked it. Don't answer that call with confusion. Pick it up with confidence. Listen more than you speak. Let them reveal themselves. Because this time, you will not be deceived. Type Amen to get blessing 999. A camera was placed near your home. Not by a stranger, but someone who once hugged you. They are trying to observe your movements, not for protection, but for prediction. They want to know when you're most vulnerable. Because the enemy doesn't attack when you're strong, he waits until you're smiling, relaxing, thinking it's finally over. But the angel assigned to you is already blocking their view. Tonight, the camera will glitch. Tonight, the recorder will fail. Tonight, heaven interferes. There's an energy shift coming into your room. Pay attention to the cold breeze. That's not air, that's your divine signal. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. There is someone whose hands touched your personal things. A letter. A photo. A piece of clothing. Not with love, but with intention to curse. But they made a grave mistake. Because what they touched was protected. Anointed. Marked. And now, they're the ones being watched. Their plans are falling apart without explanation. Their sleep is haunted. Their mirrors are cracking, not by force, but by truth. Justice has already begun its path toward them. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Before midnight strikes, walk around your room once. Don't say a word. Let your spirit feel. The atmosphere is heavy for a reason. Heaven is adjusting timelines right now. What was delayed is being pushed forward. What was hidden is being exposed. Someone is going to message you suddenly. Not because they care, but because they feel their grip loosening. You don't owe them your silence anymore. And when they reach out, you will be ready. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. There's a gift wrapped and hidden in a storage place. A place connected to your father or grandfather. Inside it is a name. A secret name. Possibly your real inheritance. Someone told you not to look into it. They said it was nothing. But they lied. And God kept it reserved until tonight. Don't be surprised if a relative suddenly changes their tone. Starts acting distant. That's the moment they feel exposed. You don't need to fight. Heaven is already moving for you. Type Amen to get blessing 1444. You'll hear footsteps at night. Not in fear, but in revelation. A presence is coming. Peaceful. Strong. Protective. This isn't just for you. It's for your bloodline. What you break now, they won't have to carry. This message is God's way of saying, you've been seen. You've been heard. You've been chosen. Midnight is the turning point. Type Amen to get blessing 1555. Archangel Michael says, you've come this far not by chance but by calling. Don't forget that. Every delay was divine training. Every betrayal was divine redirection. Your story was never about being forgotten. It was about being positioned for something greater than you imagined. And now, the angels are standing guard. Midnight is not the end. It is the beginning of your breakthrough. If you feel this message deep in your chest, share it with someone who's been in spiritual sleep. Their awakening may begin with your voice. Type Amen to get blessing 1666. There's a shift in the wind that you're starting to feel now. It's subtle, but it carries the weight of truth long buried. Your spirit is recognizing the sound of heaven knocking, because this time, it's louder than ever. Tonight, a shadow will try to pass your doorway, spiritually speaking. You may feel unsettled for a moment, but do not panic. That's the presence of something being removed from your life once and for all. For months, you felt stagnant. Like your blessings were held up somewhere you couldn't reach. But the truth is, they were being protected until the right time, and that time is now. Midnight will be the hour of shifting. Chains will drop that you didn't know existed. But only if your heart is open, and your mind is awake. Type Amen to get blessing 1777. There's a person in your past who left you confused and broken. You thought they vanished because they lost interest, but the real reason was far darker. They were warned to stay away from you by someone who envied your glow. That person who warned them acted like your friend. But they've always been afraid of what you could become if fully awakened. That's why they whispered lies, twisted stories, and tried to steal your connections. But they didn't count on one thing: you're not walking alone anymore. A force greater than manipulation is surrounding you tonight. And as the clock nears midnight, your clarity is returning. Type Amen to get blessing 1888. There is a building, either a hospital, school, or office, connected to your energy. You walked in there once, unaware that your name was spoken in secret behind closed doors. That day changed your path, but you didn't know it. Someone signed something in your name or made a decision that blocked something meant for you. But God is now unlocking that door spiritually, and soon, physically. Prepare for an email, letter, or message. It will look casual, but it's a key. A hidden unlocking that's coming just in time. Type Amen to get blessing 1999. The number 7 has surrounded you for weeks. You've seen it on clocks, receipts, signs. It's not a coincidence. It's a signal of divine alignment. Your 7th season is here. A season of divine reversal. What was meant to harm you is being turned for your good, but only if you stay awake tonight. If you go to sleep emotionally, mentally, spiritually, you'll miss the nudge. The moment. The secret hand reaching out to shift everything. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. A woman who once praised you is now quietly envious. She watches you from afar, hoping you fail. She told someone your secrets, but twisted them just enough to shift sympathy away from you. But God caught every word. And now, that very woman is facing the same confusion she tried to plant in your life. Her voice is being silenced by truth. This is not revenge. This is divine reversal. Type Amen to get blessing 2111. There's an animal that may appear to you in a dream or near your home soon, a bird, a black dog, or even a butterfly. Don't be afraid. It's part of the confirmation being sent from the higher realm. This creature carries symbolic meaning for your awakening. And when you see it, you'll know the midnight promise has begun. You're not imagining things. You're awakening. There is a difference. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. There's a document that holds your name. Someone tried to change the signature. But the original is still safe, and it's about to be brought into light. You may feel pressure around your forehead or an unusual weight on your shoulders. That's spiritual tension. It means heaven is lifting something off of you. Stay alert in the next 3 days. Midnight is the entry point, but the revelation will stretch into your week. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. A betrayal you never expected is about to be confirmed. Someone you defended is going to show their true nature, painfully, clearly, without room for doubt. It will sting, but it will free you. Their mask is falling not because of your curiosity, but because of divine timing. You were not meant to carry them into the next season. Let them go. And let yourself rise. Type Amen to get blessing 2444. Archangel Michael says, "You've been silenced for too long. You've held your tongue, swallowed your truth, and dimmed your light to keep others comfortable. But God is no longer allowing that. There is a roar building in your soul. One that cannot be ignored any longer. Midnight is your moment of spiritual thunder. No more shrinking. You are about to take up the space heaven designed for you." Type Amen to get blessing 2555. You'll notice people around you suddenly withdrawing. Don't panic, it's not rejection. It's protection. They weren't part of your elevation, and God is removing what can't survive the altitude of your next level. A call you were waiting for will now come from a different person. A better person. A chosen connection. This is your confirmation. Stay grounded tonight. Type Amen to get blessing 2666. Somewhere near you, someone is speaking your name in fear, not reverence. They know what's coming. They can feel the energy of justice crawling toward them. You don't need to clap back. You don't need to explain anything. Let heaven handle it. What's coming for them is not punishment, it's consequence. Type Amen to get blessing 2777. There's a sound you may hear tonight. A knock. A whisper. A bell. Pay attention. It might not be physical, it might be in your spirit. But that is heaven signaling that the shift has started. You won't be able to unsee what's about to be revealed. And you won't need to. Type Amen to get blessing 2888. You've been through a silent battle. No one knows how heavy it's been. But heaven saw everything. Your tears weren't wasted. Your prayers weren't ignored. They were collected, and now, they are being returned as blessings. The enemy thought you'd be asleep. But you stayed alert. And now your reward is activated. Type Amen to get blessing 2999. Midnight will come quietly. No fireworks. No loud signals. But inside your heart, you'll feel it. A gentle settling. A warm fire building in your chest. A sense that something holy just entered the room. That's not imagination. That's spiritual arrival. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. You are no longer the person they once manipulated. You've grown. You've transformed. You've awakened. Let them try the old tricks. They won't work. Because you are not who you used to be. Midnight is not a threat. It's a promise. A threshold into a better existence. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. There will be a name you hear in the next few days. That name will come up unexpectedly, but it holds answers. It may be someone you forgot, or someone you never met. Pay attention to how your body reacts. Your spirit will recognize the truth before your mind does. This is not random. This is alignment. Type Amen to get blessing 3232. Tonight is your spiritual court session. What was stolen from you is being reviewed by heaven. And restitution is already approved. You won't have to fight this time. Your angels are speaking on your behalf. Go to bed with peace. Wake up with answers. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. Tonight, an energy will try to test you. An old temptation, a familiar distraction, it will creep in just before the clock strikes 12. That's your final test before breakthrough. Ignore the call. Skip the scroll. Turn off the noise, because something sacred is approaching your doorway. It's not fireworks you'll hear, it's the silence of heaven moving quietly, rearranging everything behind the scenes. What you thought was chaos was actually construction. Your future was being built while your enemies thought you were forgotten. Type Amen to get blessing 3434. You've seen the signs, the repeated numbers, the strange dreams, the sudden shifts in people's moods around you. They weren't accidents. They were alerts from the spiritual realm. God has been trying to speak to you through things that didn't make sense until now. Every delay, every disappointment, it was divine protection in disguise. You may feel chills while reading this part. That's because your spirit is finally resonating with your destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 3535. Your face has been discussed in secret meetings. Not on TV screens or conference calls, but in spiritual realms. The enemy has had your name on his table for months. But God stood up and said, "No more." You are now off the enemy's list and on heaven's priority list. That's why strange doors are about to open. That's why sudden apologies will arrive. It's all divine order unfolding. Type Amen to get blessing 3636. There is a mirror in your life that hasn't reflected your true worth for a long time. You've stared at it wondering where your fire went. But tonight, your reflection returns. Your glow is coming back. Your smile will no longer be forced. Your eyes will shine with a light you forgot you had. Someone who once called you too much will now call you a miracle. Type Amen to get blessing 3737. There's a hidden recording. A conversation about you. It was never meant for your ears, but God has stored it for judgment. The people who lied to make themselves look clean are now being exposed in front of their own shadows. The room they gossiped in will now become their stage of exposure. And you? You don't have to say a word. Your silence is heaven's microphone now. Type Amen to get blessing 3838. You've been waking up tired. Not because your body is weak, but because your soul has been fighting in silence every night. Battling demons others brought into your life. But tonight marks the end of that war. A celestial hand is touching your forehead as you rest, sealing you in peace. You will sleep deeper. Dream clearer. Wake up wiser than ever before. Type Amen to get blessing 3939. There's someone trying to mirror your life right now. They want what you have, but don't want to carry the pain you survived. They mimic your voice, your words, your presence. But God didn't anoint their imitation. He anointed your truth. And only what's real gets the reward. Imposters fade. Originals rise. And tonight, you rise. Type Amen to get blessing 4040. There's a door in your life that seemed sealed shut. You knocked. You cried. You even tried walking away from it. But what you didn't know is that the key was not lost, it was growing. And at midnight, that key becomes available. You'll know it when it appears. It won't come in the way you expect, but it will fit perfectly. Type Amen to get blessing 4141. Archangel Michael says, this is the most sacred turning point of your year. Every heartbreak has matured your spirit. Every tear was a signature on the contract of your coming joy. Now is not the time to fear. Now is the time to reclaim what was stolen. Heaven is not only watching, it's intervening. And your name is on the command list. Type Amen to get blessing 4242. Your birthday, your birth time, your name, these were all written in the heavens long before you arrived here. Tonight, those same coordinates are aligning again. You are not behind. You are not late. You are right on time for the miracle scheduled just for you. You're going to see why everything had to happen exactly the way it did. Type Amen to get blessing 4343. There's a stranger you'll meet this week. Maybe through a message, a dream, or an actual visit. They'll say something that stops your heart for a second. Don't ignore it. That person is carrying a piece of your puzzle. They may not even know they're being used by the divine, but they are. And it's your job to receive it without fear. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. Midnight will not feel like the end anymore. It will feel like birth. The old version of you, tired, unsure, dimmed, will be buried under the sound of your new identity rising. What didn't kill you only sharpened your purpose. And your soul is now carrying ancient wisdom that cannot be taught, only earned. People will begin to wonder how you knew what you knew. But it wasn't knowledge. It was divine downloads from a higher source. Type Amen to get blessing 4545. There's one person who will hear this and feel exposed. They'll shift in their seat, scroll faster, avoid eye contact with their own conscience. That's how you'll know it was always them. They were the blockage. The delay. The storm dressed as sunshine. But now, their access to your path is revoked. God has reset your circle. Type Amen to get blessing 4646. Don't be afraid if someone close suddenly distances themselves after this. It's not rejection. It's release. Your elevation requires lighter luggage. And people who carry darkness cannot survive in light. Let them go without explanation. Your soul knows who was real. Type Amen to get blessing 4747. There is a specific sound your soul will hear when your spirit is ready. For some it's a whisper, for others a vision, and for a few, a physical sensation like a tap or touch. It means the activation has begun. Your spiritual assignment is no longer on pause. You will speak differently. Move differently. Glow differently. Type Amen to get blessing 4848. Someone tried to use your silence as a weapon against you. They told others that your quietness meant guilt. But deep down, they knew you were just protecting your peace. They never expected that your silence would become your greatest testimony. Because while they were speaking lies, God was writing truth in your favor. Now, every lie they planted is being dug up. One by one, the seeds they sowed are turning back on them. Type Amen to get blessing 4949. A secret deal was almost made against you this month. Documents were prepared, names were whispered, and your identity was nearly exchanged in a spiritual transaction. But heaven interfered. Because your name carries a covenant, not just a title. And no signature formed in evil can.